Part of the reason Donald Trump was elected was because of his gay San Francisco support, which I suspect is also in Santa Cruz based on the types of gang stalkers and the stickers they've had and the obvious gay look they have to them. Look at their leader of the far right, that one guy. He's obviously gay, or bisexual, probably a Freemason. So, yes, and we look at what they're doing, talking about irritability, excitability. They're talking about being African, like a Zulu, for instance, running around a fire, um, being ready for war, and seeing the enemy, and that irritability that comes over you when you see the Romans come into your land to rape and pillage and do their 10 tables of Rome Platonic eugenics and talk about a Platonic relationship, a symbiotic relationship. And then you see the philosophy of Buddhism saying, let's focus on presentation, right? When the samurais, for instance, who talked about shinobi, Obi-Wan, right? They killed themselves because of their inability to apply martial arts principles masterfully enough to win the war. So, yes, it's related to presentation, but first and foremost, the application is the presentation. And what these people have resorted to doing is meeting people halfway in the Masonic tradition by covering up their insufficiencies in order to maintain their respect and appearance. This, however, is a disgrace, and those who were not willing to do it killed themselves long ago. And so only dishonorable people remain in the martial arts community who are not black because they cannot compete with us. From um, Macaco to, you know, all the great black martial artists and boxers and fighters over the years that have made it quite apparent that before this was publicized, yes, we were the greatest warriors. Yes, when you are a historian, you know what the problem really here is here. It is that corporations and science want to push things to the limit to have their way. Scientists want to discover things and unlock human potential, including using technology, right? Specifically, um, and the scientific method, which branches off into pseudosciences and cults and theories and people rolling with them and making new cultures based on theories and so on. So where they overlap with the enemy, the corporations, is philosophy. And at the end of the day, they have a relationship where they scratch each other's backs, just like the gay whites and the racist whites, to help each other maintain the white power structure, which includes the left. Oh yeah, today's the 28th. We're getting closer to April, and in March, I anticipate they will step it up. So, excuse me, it's May. We might, when I get the 5-year award, okay. And at the end of I'll drop the challenge will drop down to $5,000. What I'm saying, because I expect them to take it up, step it up, and I might have to move and buy cars and houses. They're sabotaging me and making me drive around a lot. And I see people foreshadowing and mocking me about how this is going to get worse and worse. So I've got to consider all that, and the $100,000 challenge still remains because I want people to know that I'm 100% sure. But at the same time, because of what they're doing, I now have to consider being prepared to counterattack on different levels. And I'm not threatening to hurt anyone or myself.